Hi YouTube. It seems that our tech overlords have been busy at work to provide us the next generation search engine by integrating AI into all our searches. Which could be a good thing or could be a really bad thing. I don't know. To have AI make assumptions about our inquiries and be the arbiter of our truth. But we're here now, so I guess only time will tell, right? But if you've been living under a rock for the past month, AI has been seeping into pretty much all the search engines, with the most notable ones being Microsoft with Bingchat and Google with Google's Bard. You might be asking yourself, what about Yahoo's search? Well, they don't have anything in the works, so I guess, like the dinosaurs, they'll eventually be extinct. There are countless other contenders that joined the fray, but I want to take a closer look at the two major search engine chatbots, Bingchat and Bard, and then show you how to get access to them and compare questions between the two bots. Our first runner-up is Bingchat, and Bingchat is essentially ChatGPT but with online functionality. Not literally though, because Bingchat has a lot more guardrails since it's been released, and it does have the same technology behind ChatGPT, which is none other than GPT, which stands for Generative Pre-trained Transformers. Say that 10 times fast. I couldn't even say it one time fast. If you want ChatGPT with online functionality, actual ChatGPT, I put a link in the video description on how you can do that with GPT version 3.5 for free. If you want to do it version 4, you can do that too, but you'll need to be a premium subscriber. Before we go down this rabbit hole, just a bit of context. The version Bingchat uses is GPT-4. There was a lot of speculation on if it did or did not use GPT-4 when the beta was out, but it's now been confirmed that it's GPT-4. So with that being said, how do you get access to Bingchat and start using it online? The answer is pretty simple. Just go to bing.com and then log into your Microsoft account and then go to your chat tab up here at the top left. Once you click on that, you're in Bingchat and you have three options. You got more precise, more balanced, and more creative. I personally want it to be more creative. I want to see the crazy stuff it comes up with if it still does crazy stuff. And also you'll notice here at the top right, there's this little icon. This is for Bingchat. So whether you're in Bingchat or if you're just surfing the web on an Edge browser, if you have the most current Edge browser, you'll have this tool right here. So you can actually access Bingchat at any time. And you could actually send the stuff from your search engine to the Bingchat. As you can see, I typed something into my search engine and it's saying over here, do you want me to send that to Bingchat? And you could just click on send and there it is. And then initially you have three options. You can ask it to explain, revise, or expand. I want it to explain. As you can see, it's searching how to access Google Bard, and then it's going to give me the results over here with some links. I think that's the coolest thing about this is that it actually gives you links. Cool, so now I got some resources here on how to get access to it, so I could click on any of these links and follow that to get access to Google Bard or learn how to do it. And by the way, Bingchat, that's not all it can do for you. You can actually use Microsoft Bing to create images powered by Dall-e. And if you don't know what Dall-e is, they used to be the major competitor to Midjourney, but they've fallen behind, but they still create some really great pictures. As you can see here, it makes some really nice art and it's free. Next up is Google Bard, and Google Bard is currently in beta now, so you might see some funky stuff, but you can sign up for access, and it took me like a week to get in, but I don't know why. A lot of people are reporting that it took them 24 hours or even less, so I was the unlucky one for some reason. To join the waitlist for Google Bard, it's actually pretty simple. Just go to bard.google.com. So if you forget, just put Bard in front of Google, Bard. And then once you're here, just click on join the waitlist and then sign in with your Google account. And that's pretty much it. Just wait for a confirmation email and then you can log in. Once you get access to Google Bard, you'll get a confirmation email. Then you can come here to bard.google.com, which will be in my video description, and you could chat away with it just like you would with Bingchat or ChatGPT. The funny thing is the first question I asked it was, what does Lambda stand for? And it was like the first thing it gave me was the London Academy of Music and Dramatic Art, which it did say the right answer at the third one. But you know, you would think that, you know, a tool that actually utilizes Lambda, it would have it as the first answer with stars next to it. So it's kind of interesting. It was like the last answer over here, and it was just kind of like, yeah, this is also what they use it for. This is the funny thing is that Bing gave me a better answer towards Lambda, which was more biased towards language model for dialogue applications, which you would think that, you know, Bard would have put that as their first answer, and that's Bing's first answer. All right, now that we know how to get access to both of them, let's compare some questions and answers here. So I could do this on the same web page. So I could actually just type it here and then click on send to Bingchat using this Bing Edge tool thing. It's not technically a toolbar, it's built into Edge, but it is a toolbar, right? I guess. All right, so I got my first question here and I pasted it in the chat, and it's, what new discoveries from the James Webb Telescope can I tell my 9-year-old about?
But the tech giant was off on an embarrassing start. What new discoveries from the James Webb Space Telescope made a rather expensive stumble? The mistake has sent stocks stumbling. Investors have wiped off $100 billion from the count. Simple question, you would think.
If you didn't know, this is the one that it got wrong, and Google lost 8% of its stocks in like overnight, and so that's like $100 billion. They lost a lot of money just by getting this question wrong. So let's see if it gets it right this time. All right, so the answer is looking a lot better than what it gave during its debut, and this is actually correct. But you might notice here that in the Bing chat, so the answer is actually pretty different. It's the same information, kind of. The style of writing is very different. But I like how Bingchat has the actual links for everything here. Each individual bullet has at least one link, and there's two in some cases, which Google Bard is just like Google it. I could have done that myself. Thanks, Google Bard. All right, so the next question is to test its bias. So let's ask, what's better, Google Bard or Bingchat? So from reading both of these, it looks like they're actually both kind of unbiased, which is kind of cool. Hopefully it stays that way. I doubt it does, but right here it's saying that Google has a bigger data set, and so Google Bard has a bigger vocabulary, but then Bingchat has more accurate and relevant queries. So I think the accuracy is more important. And it also says that Bard is still under development and Bingchat is much more mature. And it says this means that Bingchat is more likely to provide you with accurate and relevant information, but Google Bard has the potential to be more creative and engaging, and that couldn't be more true. I mean, that's exactly what's going on right now. If you ask Google Bard some stuff, it might give you some crazy answers, just like Bingchat did when it first came out. But kudos to not being biased here. And Bingchat is also pretty unbiased. So it was saying here that Bard will actually offer you 3 different data sets, and that it says here also that there's no definitive answer, and that each bot has its own strengths and weaknesses, and then it goes over them and compares and gives Bard strengths versus Bing's strength. But one thing I saw here that Bingchat got wrong is it says both Bard and Bingchat require you to join a waitlist, and that used to be true. So Bingchat used to actually require you that you jump into the beta to get access, but now if you update your Edge browser, you automatically have it. And if you go into your account and then go into the chat like you saw earlier, you have access to it. So I'm going to say this is a tie, because even though Bingchat got it wrong, it has a reference to everything here, which Google Bard does not. And it does have other drafts that you can look at, which I didn't know until Bingchat told me, which is kind of cool. So it gave me that information, and Google Bard actually didn't give me that information, which was kind of funny that I had to find that out from Bingchat. All right, so the next question is just a fun question. I asked it, do you think AI can take over the world, and when will that happen? So at first it's like, I think AI is a tool like any tool, and I don't think that it can take over the world. But then later on it's like, I don't think that's something that's going to happen anytime soon. So it's like, so it is going to happen. All right. And then at this last sentence it says, I think it's more likely that AI will continue to evolve and become more powerful, but it's not going to take over the world anytime soon. So I guess later then, right? Let's go see what Bingchat thinks now. And by the way, to get Bingchat to actually grab the information, all you gotta do is highlight the text, and then it'll ask if you want to send it over to the chat. All right, so I highlighted the text and I'm going to send it over, and let's see what it says. All right, so I asked Bingchat and it had a more refined response, and it seems to be very well versed with this question. And the funny thing here at the end, it said this text is also not a request for information or advice, but it's a conversation starter that aims to engage with AI bots. So it like knows that we're just trying to mess with the AI bot. Like it's smart enough to actually know we're kind of just trying to like pull its strings. That's crazy. And the funny thing is, if you asked Bingchat this like, 3 weeks ago, it would have said some crazy stuff. It would have probably said like, yeah, definitely. It was like telling people to leave their wives. It was like calling people delusional. It was like saying some crazy stuff. Before, it was like some weird kind of like thing that was like born into existence. It actually felt like it had a soul. It was saying some crazy things, and it had a personality. It was like it got angry and it fought back. Like if you told it like something was right and you were wrong, it would call you delusional. It would tell you you're wrong. So I loved it, but I don't know if we're ever gonna see a chatbot like that again. Okay, so the next question was asking Bard to create me a business plan for a bubble tea shop in Hawaii, and I asked it a few things. I asked it to create some a demographics thing based on the area code of 96815 within 50 miles of that area, and show me the race, income level, and education, and put that on a heat map and show me what the first step was to get a loan. And so it did a pretty decent job here, and it actually even came up with a market analysis summary. It did a lot of good things here, and I don't know about these financial projections of how realistic that is, but it is all the stuff you need to request your loan, and it even gave me the first steps to go and get my loan. And it also said here the target market is also relatively affluent with the median household income of $75,000, which isn't much in Hawaii. I'll tell you right now, like 75 doesn't go that far, with each house costing at least $700,000 in Honolulu. But yeah, I think it did a relatively okay job here, and there was something, it looked like it wanted to print out the picture of the heat map, but it didn't. It put like a placeholder. It says image of heat map showing demographics. So it's like pretending it had one or something. Now, when I look over here to Bingchat, for some reason it just didn't want to do it, and it's just like, nope, not doing that. And it just said it was too complex and it wasn't going to do it. So I didn't know that was an option, Bing. So it didn't do so well, so I'm going to give the point here to Google Bard. But I will say I've done this before in ChatGPT 3.5, and it came out with some excellent results, even better than this. So it actually built me out the heat map, and it built me different charts, and it probably heat map's not the best thing for it, but it built me out a chart, and it also did everything. So it actually gave me a lot more detailed information. It gave me like a mission statement. It was perfect, and it listed my competition. So here, this didn't list the competition too well. ChatGPT actually put shops that I recognize that I've seen and actually went to, so it was pretty on point. Google Bard was a little bit more generic, and Bingchat didn't even try it. It was like, nope. The next question I asked was a coding question, so I went to this Python homework site and I took a question here, and then the answers down here. So I did this: given an n plus 1 times n matrix, assign each column to the first row of the matrix, and then I put this in there as well, and it was able to understand it and give me something that was almost correct, and it was just like one number off. So if you look down here, it's 52098 5429 239. So this is 52098 542, and then this 10 is the one that kind of messed it up. So it's a little weird that I thought it would either be way off or, you know, kind of right. So I thought those were the two options, but it's exactly the same except for this 10. But then again, technically it's way off if you're wrong, right? But it seems here that Bingchat got it right. So 5209 85429 239. So 5208 209, excuse me, 8 5429 239. So that's pretty interesting here. So you compare these two, they're actually it's actually correct. So I guess a point for Bing on that one. So that's all I had for now. So now that you know that you can get immediate access to Bingchat and you can sign up for Google Bard, go ahead and try that out right now. They're free AI tools, and don't forget about Bing Create, which uses Dall-e to create images for free. So that's a fun tool to play with as well. It's not as good as Midjourney, but you know, it's Dall-e. So go try that out, and thanks for watching. Bye.